Hello everybody, welcome to GIS Pathshala Grade 8 Social Science History Chapter 2 from Trade to Territory. Now we have seen the Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxar, and after Battle of Buxar, the Britishers thought that now we didn't want puppet rulers. Now we didn't want puppet rulers, and what came in their mind? They thought that we must be indeed become Nawabs. We must be indeed become Nawab ourselves. No, so now they were thinking that they should become the Nawabs, and now they were interested in administration also. Previously they were not interested in administration part, they were interested only in trading, but now they interested in administration also, and now they want to expand their rule. They want more and more place in India. See, the company rarely launched a direct military attack on an unknown territory. Instead, it used a variety of political, economic, and diplomatic methods to extend its influence before annexing Indian kingdom. See, company was not doing direct attack, but diplomatically they are using the things and they are annexing, they are taking the Indian places, Indian territories, and they are doing some of the introducing some of the schemes. See, the doctrine of subsidiary alliance was introduced by Lord Wellesley. See, this was introduced by Lord Wellesley, British Governor General in India from 1798 to 1805. See, during 1798 to 1805, Wellesley was a Governor General. What he did in his governorship, Wellesley adopted a policy of non-intervention in the princely states, but he later adopted the policy of forming subsidiary alliance. See, what is in subsidiary alliance? This policy plays a major role in British expansion in India. This subsidiary alliance played a major role in the expanding the rule in India. According to the term, this alliance, Indian rulers were not allowed to have their independent armed force. See, Indian rulers were not allowed to have their independent armed force. See, they are keeping their they are making the resident in there. They are appointing a resident in the Indian state. They are appointing a resident in the Indian state. There, those residents were keeping eyes on all the things what the rulers were doing, and according to that, they are playing the diplomatic things. According to that, they are doing the diplomatic things Britishers were doing. See, according to the term this alliance, Indian rulers were not allowed to have their independent armed force. They were to be protected by the company. Company told that we should give the protection to you, we will protect you. But had to pay force for the subsidiary force. Means for this force they have to pay. The ruler had to pay. Means suppose somebody is saying, outsider is saying that I am giving one servant in your house. Suppose somebody outsider is saying me that I am keeping a servant for you, and you have to pay for the servant and all the things like that. That the company was supposed to maintain for the purpose of this protection. See, now the company is giving the protection. Now the company is giving the protection to the ruler. Company was saying that I am giving the military force and protection to the you. So for this protection, the military force is there. So you have to pay for this. You have to pay for this. You have to pay for the maintenance of this. If the Indian ruler failed to make the payment, then part of their territory was taken away as penalty. See, suppose now the Indian ruler failed to make the payment, then the part of the territory was taken as a penalty by the Britishers. See, Britishers were taking the ruler. Suppose the again and again every month it was decided that this much you have to pay, but the ruler didn't pay. Then again and again they have to pay, the debt will be more. The more debt would be there, and according to that the Britishers were taking the part of the land of their kingdom as a penalty. By the late 18th century, the power of Maratha Empire had weakened in the Indian subcontinent, and India was left with a great number of states, most small and weak. See, what happened? By the late 18th century, power of Maratha Empire also became weak. Power of Maratha Empire also became weak, and very less states were powerful. Mostly states were small and weak. Many rulers accepted the offer of protection by Lord Wellesley, as it gives them security against attack by the neighbors. Suppose I am now totally weak, so I am adopting the thing because of my safety. I am thinking that it was for my safety. If anybody will do attack on me, they will fought on behalf of me. Like that, small and weak rulers were there left. So what they were thinking, for their own protection, they adopted the subsidiary alliance. The Nizam of Hyderabad was the first to enter into such an alliance. Nizam of Hyderabad was the first to enter into this alliance. Tipu Sultan of Mysore refused to do so. Tipu Sultan of Mysore was refused to do so, and 4 wars were fought with Mysore. Britishers fought 4 wars with Mysore. Only in the last battle of Srirangapatnam, Tipu Sultan was killed, and a subsidiary alliance was imposed on the state of Mysore. See, in the last war, Tipu Sultan was killed, and his state was taken under the subsidiary alliance. But previously, Tipu Sultan was not ready for the things. The Nawab of Awadh was the next to accept the subsidiary alliance in 1801. After the Third Anglo-Maratha War, Maratha ruler Bajirao II also accepted the subsidiary alliance. The Nawab of Awadh was forced to give over half of his territory to the company in 1801, as he failed to pay for the subsidiary force. Failed to pay the subsidiary force, so the half of the kingdom, maximum part of the kingdom, was taken by the Britishers. Now, after that, the doctrine of lapse was there. After that, in that, the final waves of annexation occurred under Lord Dalhousie, who was the Governor General from 1848 to 1856. Now, the doctrine of lapse was introduced to expand British territories in India, a brainchild of the Haddock impartialist Lord Dalhousie. See, Dalhousie was there. The doctrine of lapse clearly stated that a dependent subsidiary state would pass into the British hands if the ruler died without a natural successor. Suppose a ruler, a king, was not having any natural successor, means his own child. So the after the death of the ruler, nobody else can take the seat, nobody else can become the ruler or the king, and directly the state will be taken by the Britishers. Why? Because the ruler didn't have the natural successor, means his own child. See, many a time what happens, the rulers, kings didn't have their own child, they were adopting the child of others. They were adopting the child, but think what they are thinking while adopting, that after my death, the adopted child would continue my kingdom. He might be the ruler. But Britishers directly told that if your natural successor is not there, the state or the territory should be under their control. They would not allow the adopted child to be a king. The right to adopt children were not accepted. Satara, Sambalpur, Jhansi and Nagpur were annexed in this policy. Satara, Sambalpur, Udaipur, Nagpur and Jhansi were annexed under this policy. See, after this, Britishers had taken maximum territories in India. Now they have changed the administrative system also. Now they changed the administrative system also. Warren Hastings was one of the many important figures who played a significant role in the expansion of company power. By his time, the company has acquired power not only in Bengal but also in Bombay and Madras. British territories were broadly divided into administrative units called presidencies. See, now British power was not only in Bengal but also in Bombay, Madras, all the places. And the territories were divided into administrative units. The territories were divided into administrative units presidencies, different presidencies were there. See, in the olden times, in after some Britishers came, after some of the years, we were listening the word Bombay presidency, Calcutta presidency. So after Warren Hastings became the governor general, he made the territory as a presidencies according to the administrative things. Civil services become structure, some structures he created the structure properly. See, in house, previously the houses were not properly, but after the technologies came, now the structured house were there. So when some structure, proper structure, Warren Hastings gave to the administrative system. Company became a government and took up functions of revenue and maintenance of law and order. Company already became the government. Now company became government, so they can maintain the law and order and they can take the revenue. Establishment of the secretariat system means presidencies were there. The post of collector was introduced. So the post of collector was introduced. He laid the foundation on which Cornwallis built a superstructure. Now superstructures were there. Civil and criminal courts established. In civil and criminal courts also established. In Supreme Court also established. Now see which type of courts were there under Warren Hastings. Sardar Diwani Adalat means civil court and Sardar Nizamat Adalat means criminal court in district. See, now the civil courts were known as Diwani Adalats and criminal courts were known as Faujdari Adalat. So now this way how Britishers expanded the rule, how Britishers made the administrative things different. They made a new structure of administrative setup was there, and now the mostly maximum things were under the British rule. Now the maximum Indian rulers, Indian states all came under the clutches of the Britishers. Thank you.